It's 2018. Taraloka's 35th anniversary is coming up in 2020. And we asked ourselves, what does Taraloka need? The answer was obvious. A renewal of the area outside the shrine room. A space at the heart of Taraloka, but it was neglected. Old farmyard concrete, overgrown shrubs. Yet the space could be beautiful. We could see it had potential. So we started making plans. We knew who we wanted to build it. Craig. Builder, craftsman, perfectionist, and friend of many years to Taraloka. Someone who enjoys challenge, unforeseen difficulties, just switch on his creativity. Then Sarah had just moved into the Taraloka community. She's a sculptor, a gardener, and she became the creative designer of the project. Julia, her friend, was a landscape architect and turned Sarah's inspiration into a practical plan and a design on paper. Rituals began and continued through the 2 years of transformation. There are mantras in the walls, and the ashes from the old fire pit are under the seating. In March 2019, the Earth Sky Garden project began. Creation has to begin with destruction. It was particularly sad to lose the old elder from the corner of Taraloka land, but we managed to keep the pink rowan. Foundations began to emerge, and then retaining walls to hold back earth. Here are some of the people working on the project with Craig. Here's Charlie. He worked with dedication alongside Craig from start to finish. This is Richard, Craig's son. John, builder and master bricklayer. And Mark, plumber, dealing with drains and watercourses. And when he and Craig get together, you'd think they were stand-up comedians. The concrete started to come up. A tough job, as it was double thickness. Behind the scenes, decisions were being made. What materials? What colours? The design was evolving. Initially, we'd wanted a sunken ditch boundary, but Farmer David, quite reasonably, hadn't been happy with that. So we raised Taraloka land to be able to look out without barrier and keep the cows in the field. Sarah and Craig had a lot of discussions, but always managed to come out smiling. May 2019. Craig took Maitri Siddy and Sarah to Kevin Koch, a local Welsh quarry. We hand-picked boulders for colour and shape to be part of the design. Walls were going up, in spite of the weather. In summer, retreats started again. How do you make a building site look attractive? By the autumn, the skeleton of the spiral was coming into being. The earth level was raised, and the Kevin Koch stone wall grew. We wanted it textured, rough-looking, with cracks and crevices for plants. The building team created niches, specially sized to fit a diamond thunderbolt, a Vajra, a bell, or the Buddha. By February 2020, even the natural stone paving had begun. Then in March, the COVID-19 pandemic started. The retreat centre was shut. It was very quiet. Craig got COVID and was seriously ill. And the birds still sang. Work started again slowly as Craig recovered, renewing the drains, paving following the contours like a cloth laid over the earth, giving level access from every door. This really wasn't easy. And as winter began, native wildflower turf went down on the raised meadow, and the slate arrived to cap the curved seating. This was from a North Wales slate quarry, custom cut with care and precision. Fitting it into place took effort, skill, and teamwork. Over winter, we saw just how beautiful it could be. As spring 2021 came, the mobility path went in. Plastic honeycomb grown through with turf, giving a hard surface for feet and wheelchairs even in winter. We thought the paving would never end. But it did. The path was seeded, more turf laid, and the newly formed beds planted by generous volunteers. It was hard labour turning old farmyard into soft soil. Dave came into the project, engineer and local metalworker. He has handmade and curved the rusty iron fencing to fit our wall. There are chicane gates in the pipeline to complete the space. And the final touches happened. Here Richard's sealing the slate. And we started to see what the Earth Sky Garden would really be like. Quite amazing to see such a transformation happen. Here's the curved wall through time. The garden coming into being around our pink rowan tree. Gazing towards the canal. And the spiral space emerging. yarrow and yellow sweet clover flowering in the wildflower meadow. And here's the space between the shrine room and the main building. Retreats started again here this summer, and it's been delightful to see women enjoying and using the space as we had always imagined. We wanted a space that felt held, safe and protected, yet was open to the vast skies and the great oaks that line the canal. A space that was alive and in relation to the wider landscape. A beautiful outdoor space accessible to all. We wanted a sacred space that would feel like an extension of the shrine room, made for rituals, for walking meditation, and just for enjoying. Now we have that space.